shetemonai. Una shetemone. Una laka shetemonai. Inna shatemoke. Yenoka shetemonai. Una shetemone. Una. Rambashate, Rambashata, Rambashate, Rambashata, Yenu Shetemona. Welcome, welcome, one and all. It is Astrology. Finally here. I'm sorry I'm just a little bit late. It is a crazy week. It's been a crazy week, has it not? It's been a crazy day. I've had a few technical issues, to say the least, but I am here. And just like a Mars-driven soul would, I push through, and I'm here. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're here. We have our big giveaway for Sagittarius season tonight. I'm so excited. And, you know, when I was doing the drawing earlier, I was so tickled and so excited about who won. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and give you guys a little bit of this smudge just to calm the energies down. I so appreciate every single one of you. I love each of you. I'm so very grateful that you hung in with me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yes, we're going to have some fun tonight. If you are new, I am Chanda Sparkles. This is Thursday night Astrology Live. Tonight, we will be looking at the Sagittarius new moon chart. I also have a brief look at the winter solstice because there's a nice signature to the winter solstice that's coming in tonight. And it is all about release, let go, and lean in, dive out. It is Dive Out December. And how many of you have had to dive out? You know, I'm not going to joke. Today, I woke up and I was like, this is going to be a tough day. And I just knew it. And it was. And so many different moving parts. So I've had multiple crews here at the property of Sparkle Serenity. As I'm nearing completion of this massive year-long renovation, and the exterior still will be happening next week. So we are diving out far, you know, take a big leap of faith. And that's what this is about. Leaping into your faith, pulling in spirit into every matter, and really getting our cages rattled. You know, there's a lot of just stuff that just keeps popping up, and you got to do this and you got to do that. And it's just a lot. It's a lot. Is it not? It really, really is. So we're going to look at the astrology for the new moon. We're going to look at the astrology for the winter solstice. We're going to read cards for the zodiac elements. And what else? Oh, we got runes. We're going to do some ancient runes with the readings. And we got the Astro dice out for you guys tonight. And then we're going to do a little bit of sound healing, a little bit of light language. I pulled in the sacral, the heart chakra, as well as the third eye bowl. I pulled in some of these, kind of every other is what I was looking at, you know. So pulled in those bowls, and we'll also do some light language along the way, light language activations. I am an intuitive, psychic, medium, starseed, astrologer, death doula, sound activator. So the way I utilize sound is I try to match the sound with the energy at hand that we're dealing with. And we're looking at the next week, but we're also looking at the next month, because anytime you have an energy signature, such as a new moon or a full moon, or, a winter solstice, that looks at the next quarter for the next 90 days. So we're looking at falling into winter in the northern hemisphere, and you guys are jumping into summer in the southern hemisphere. So blessed solstice to all. Blessed solstice. Hi, everybody on TikTok. Remember, if you'd like to see everything that's being annotated on the screen, please come over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. Everything will be viewed big and bright right on the screen for you there. So that link is also in my bio if you'd like to go and check that out. Okay, so really quick, I think we should go ahead and do the drawing. I really do. Gosh, I hope the person that is winning is here. I really, really do. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and say hi to a few folks. Yes, I'm going to keep you in suspense just a little bit. Okay, so it looks like we have Robin in the house. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you for your patience, your love, your commitment, and I just love and appreciate every single one of you so much. And yeah, we've got the old mic out, and I'm having to use it like here on this stand. It's going to be a challenge because I like to talk with my hands a lot of the time. So this is good practice for me to kind of like, okay, tone it down. Let's not go crazy with our hands tonight, Chanda, because I don't want to knock this thing off. I couldn't get it on the boom arm. You can't see it, but there's a pile of microphones back there that I had to go through. Hey, everybody on TikTok, please double tap that screen for me, okay? Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, yes. Swipe left to close. Okay, thank you. Okay, cool. Let's see who else is here. Cat's in the house. That's right. We're all up in here. I am so glad that you guys hung out. I'm so sorry that it took so long. I really, really am. And Kat, thank you for letting everybody know. Thank you, Donna, for being here. Yeah. Brat's up in the house. I see you there, sweetheart. Now, we are not live on Chanda Sparkles Facebook. We are on Sparkles Astrological Soul Codes, the business page, but for some reason, when I clicked go live, it did not connect to Chanda Sparkles. So I don't know why, but we're just going to keep going with it because we're on YouTube and we're on Facebook. We're on the business page of Facebook. That's for Amy, who's out there working as a moderator on Facebook. It's only on the business page. And Tammy Lynn is here in the house all the way out of Canada. Is it raining there, Donna? Oh gosh, we got a lot of rain this past week down here in South Texas. By the way, I am in Corpus Christi, Texas, right on the coast. If you happen to be in my area, we are going to be having a winter solstice. It's our 4th annual winter solstice pilgrimage, which is an all-day event. It starts at 9:30 and we pilgrimage. And this year we're heading east up the coast, and we're going to go to Goose Island, which has like a 500-year-old massive oak tree. And we're going to start there and then pop around to different places down the coast and then end it right here at Corpus Christi's bayfront with the big, huge, beautiful Christmas tree that's downtown. So that's happening on the 27th, the Saturday, a week from this Saturday. So if you're interested, we'd love to have you. It doesn't cost you a dime. We just ask that you bring something to contribute. And then if you are coming, just let me know and I'll let you know what would be appropriate there. Okay, let's see what else we've got going on in here. Everybody's just chit-chatting. I see everybody just chit-chatting. There's Jessica Black. Hey, sweetheart. Everyone, send positive energy to Jess Black. She's supposed to have a rocking Aquarius baby in February, but it looks like she lost her plug, is what I understand, and so we're trying to keep that baby in the belly. So positive energy that the baby stays in the belly. We're looking for an Aquarius. We don't need a Capricorn. We need an Aquarius. This is going to be a powerful, powerful soul. Any of these children that are born under this Aquarian sign this coming year, wow. You want to talk about powerhouse. You know, especially if they get in right after Neptune and Saturn have moved into Aries at 0 degrees on the world point. You want to talk about world change maker souls incoming. I can't even, I just hope I'm alive to witness all the glory that they will bring into this world. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so, and if you're on TikTok, remember, Chanda Sparkles Astrology YouTube. And I'm going to do my best, guys, not to keep, plugging that, but I really would love it if TikTok would participate with Ecamm, which is my multi-streaming service. And then that way it wouldn't be that big of a deal. And you guys would be right here with us, but you're still with us. You're right here and we love you. So we are going to read cards. We're going to look at the astrological chart for the Sagittarius new moon, find out how that may or may not affect you. Lynn is in the house. Oh my gosh, Lynn, I am so happy to hear that she said, not a bad day, struggling tonight. Okay, well, at least it wasn't a bad day. That's good. That's good. I know you've had some challenges. You're an Aries, and most Aries have with all of this energy, especially when it's coming your direction. And look, I've got somebody trying to text me. Silly man. Anyway, let's keep going. Robin, Amy Lewis, hey there, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I'm glad that you're here. And the Walking Crow is in the house. What's up there, my brother? So glad to see you as well. Okay, Amy LeMay's in the house. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. And there's T. Roy. We have another Thunder and Lightning here in Kentucky right now. Wow. Julie Faust is here. How are you, darling? So glad to have you. So glad to have you all here. If I've missed you, I do apologize. Hello. Hello. There's Farron. Love the outfit tonight. Well, thank you. It's one of my shirts that literally is still kind of too big for me, but it's okay. I've lost a lot of weight. So, but I still love it because it's pretty and sparkly. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this drawing. Let's do it. Let's do it. So first of all, I want to say thank you to Sandra Isis of Tribe Rainbow Fire Creations for being our sponsor this season for Sagittarius season. Big winner tonight. We have a $111 gift certificate that you can put towards any of her amazing products. And she's also a psychic medium. She does readings. She's just a phenomenal, very unique soul. And I love the uniqueness of her and what she brings forward. I really, really do. So we're also giving away an aragonite stone that I can't find, that's somewhere here, that will show up before I send it out, I promise. But since I can't find it right now because of all of the insanity that's been going on, I was working with it with one of the bowls the other day, so it may be in the sound room now that I think about it. Anyway, an aragonite stone. And then we have this little stone that I brought forward. It just has some real pretty clear quartz crystals. It's just a little clear quartz crystal cluster that I'm also throwing in on top of that, because I can't find the damn aragonite. It's around here somewhere, I promise. And I'm also putting this beautiful, amazing Llewellyn's Sabbath Almanac. Okay, 2026 Sabbath Almanac. It's a great book. And in fact, since I have it marked here, I just wanted to also, oh, that's what it was. So it's talking about Sedna, the goddess of the sea. So she's like the goddess of the deep abyss and the story of Sedna. And I know I marked this, and I also brought some things up on Google for this. But I'm just going to kind of tell you the story about Sedna prior to announcing the winner, because I have a feeling this is all going to relate. Okay, so follow me here for a minute. So Sedna was a young girl in the northern, you could say maybe up near Alaska, northern Canada, northern Russia even, this is the myth, okay? So she was a daughter of a king queen type of person to the village. That this is village living, okay? And it's very cold, and this is up where they see the auroras and everything like that. So you kind of get the picture of where she grew up. She grew up loving her father, but her father was always saying how she had to get married. She had to get married, and whenever he would bring a suitor, she would run away. And then she was even known to have married a dog as kind of like, oh, you think I'm going to get married to who you want me to get married to? No, I'm going to marry this dog. I love animals more than I love a man. She did not want to have anything to do with getting married. Well, finally, there was a suitor that came forward, and the suitor was so extravagant because where she's at, it's super cold. She's like Eskimo, like super freezing cold. And this suitor was like, I'll give you everything. I'll give you jewels. I'll take you back to my island that's way in the south where it's nice and warm. You'll have all the foods you could ever want, because of course food there was scarce. And gave her all of these like promises, right? And so she went for it. She finally goes for it, right? And come to find out, when she gets down there, this wasn't a gentleman at all. It was an entity that was a bird creature. And this entity bird creature treated her horribly. He starved her. He didn't give her any of the things that he promised her. He beat her. It was horrific. So finally, the father comes to rescue the daughter. This is supposedly supposed to be, the father at the time doesn't realize that it's an entity. Like, he's just come to visit, and he sees the horrificness of his daughter being treated this way and all of the horribleness. Anyway, so they canoe out of there. Okay, so he comes in a canoe, picks her up, and they canoe out of there. The entity attacks him and promises that he's going to make it where his entire village is starving. And it's a powerful creature entity. It's a bird entity. And I know I'm probably not giving it justice, but I'm just giving you the gist of it. So what happens, because the father fears for his own self and for his wife and his whole entire tribe, he throws her over the water into the icy cold depths of the water. And Sedna comes up, and she's just, it's such a betrayal and a shock that her daddy that she loves. I mean, like, she's just, I can't believe it. So she comes up, and she's got her fingers on the edge of this canoe. He whips out his big knife and hacks her fingers off so that she cannot grasp the canoe. And she falls into the depths of the sea. But her fingers become the seals, the whales, the dolphins, the fish, the octopus, all of the creatures of the sea are birthed from Sedna's fingers. And then Sedna rules the sea, and she has the power to allow the fish to come to the tribe where her father lives or not. You see? So she gets her vengeance, in other words. It's a story about rejection and abandonment. It's a story about loss and illusions and lies and confusions. This is all a big energy that we're dealing with collectively right now. So Sedna, the goddess Sedna, and if I think about it here in a little while, when we get over there, I'll bring up some of the pictures that I have pulled up of the goddess Sedna. So I have a feeling that as we transition with this Neptune being at that very last end degree of Pisces, which rules over the seas, and Saturn coming up, inching closer and closer to Neptune, we're going to start seeing more of this rising up from the sea. You're going to start seeing more things birthed from the sea. You're going to start to see land masses shifting in the seas from now until we see that. I really see that could still continue once they're both together for sure in Aries, because that's combustible. You want to talk about earthquakes and volcanic action. That would totally be that part of that transit. So, all right, I've spoke to Sedna. We've called the goddess of the sea to us. It's time to announce the winner. Oh, I sure hope that winner is here. I sure hope he is. And if he's not, oh shit, I gave it away. It's a he. Okay, here we go. All right, we got to have a drum roll and all the, you know what I got to do. Okay. And so the winner is of the Sagittarius season. 1972 Bulldog, Nigel from Australia. You are our winner. Yay! Yay! Yeah, Nigel from Down Under. And I've got a story. I wrote your name on this lottery ticket. So my amazing assistant, Farron, was cleaning out the closet that's now my apothecary kind of closet in here. And she found this old lottery ticket. And it's a winner. I don't know if I can trade it in, but it was something that I had written down. And look at the message I had written down. I don't know if you can see it because it may be here. Yeah, you can see it. Restore inner wholeness. Okay, so this is also coming with you because that's a message for you, Mr. Nigel in Australia. You've got the big winnings. Congratulations. Let's say congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Now, his handle on YouTube is, like I said, 1972 Bulldog. And I know Nigel well, so it's going to be great. There could not be a better winner, although you're all winners in my heart. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Congratulations. Yep. It's so great. I wish he was here. He's almost always here. Has anybody seen him in the chat on YouTube? Oh, man, I was hoping he would be here tonight. He was here last week, though. Congratulations. He is usually here. Okay, so you haven't seen him yet. That's okay. If you see him while I get going, make sure and let him know. Make sure and let him know. And let me know if he pops in. I don't know, maybe throw some... For Nigel Down Under, because he's he's like a triple Aries. Just put a whole bunch of big red hearts across there or something like that. Maybe it'll catch my attention. I did move the screen over a little bit so that I can see. And I do have a new monitor that I'm going to be playing with that's going to help me to see all of you and still be able to not have to look down and then look up, so. Okay, let's do this. Sagittarius new moon on the cusp of Capricorn solstice. This is a sacred pause for sacred silence. Sacred pause for sacred silence. This is when the mystics rise, the priestess, the shamans come out to play, and we honor the day of equality, right? So day and night, winter solstice, it's equal, right? Or no, it's not equal. What it is the light and the dark, because we're returning from the dark, returning to the light, right? So when you hold duality in your hands and you sit in silence and in sacred, like in your sacred heart, and you're holding the duality, it's almost like the waves that ebb and flow, right? It's just like life ebbs and flows. It's good and it's bad. There's highs and there's lows. But I really feel this call to be still, to pause, and allow yourself, give yourself the time to slow down. And this is why I went ahead and I just said, I'm not going to do any giveaways. I'm going to do any live streams or anything. This will be the last one for this year. I'm not going to do one next week, and I'm not going to do one the next week, because it's time to pause. It's time to honor the turning of the wheel, right? And what is it, Tammy Lynn? We're turning towards the north energies, correct? I believe that's what she told me. So yeah. Hey there, Ron. So glad to see you. So yeah, it is that sacred time that our ancestors, at this time, our ancestors were, making sure that they had enough food packed away, and they had to make sure and bring their animals in, animals, had to be inside, it's like if you could get yourself and put your physical body, like, we do projection of consciousness, go and project your consciousness back to the very earliest days of our ancestors. And what did they do at this time of year? And I'm always speaking from the winter solstice perspective, because I'm in the winter solstice. Now, of course, you down under, south, beneath the equator, you're all preparing for summer. You're bringing on the heat. You're blooming flowers. You're stepping out and allowing that beautiful sun to just warm your skin after a very long winter and spring. So I just want everyone to know that this Sagittarius, there is hope. There is a light. But these last 3 weeks of the year it's like the universe condensed a whole bunch of real challenging energy to keep slamming at us and slamming at us and slamming at us. It's like one thing after another with these transits. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and none of them are really, really positive, other than we have this beautiful water trine that keeps getting activated, but that's about to fade away. So we'll get into the astrology. Let's go ahead one more time. I love you, Nigel. When you see this, just know how much I love you. I adore you. You're a wonderful guy. 1972 Bulldog Nigel. Yep, he'll be here. He'll get here, or we'll call him in, or he'll be here on the replay. So that's good. North, go in and be silent and listen. Thank you, Tammy Lynn. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's go ahead and thank Sandra one last time for being our sponsor, and we'll have another sponsor for Aquarius season, but I'm going to skip it for Capricorn season. Oh, big announcement. January the 3rd, which is, let me double check. January 3rd is Saturday. And I'm going to look at my new calendar for 2026. It's always such a, I always get so excited for this. I love it. Isn't that beautiful? Look, all of the beautiful artwork. They always have the best calendar, and it tell me all the transits. Okay. So yes, the full moon in Cancer. Just get a load of this. This full moon in Cancer on, the 3rd. That's when I'm going to be live with David Hauser. Extremely amazing, wonderful, loving astrologer. He's also an author. His books are fabulous. I have them all. You definitely want to check out David Hauser. I love him. He's one of my dearest, dearest brothers. And he's coming on, and we're going to do a Cosmic Combos on that day. He's also a Sag. So happy solar return, David. Happy solar return. It's a full moon in Cancer, and it's going to be opposite Venus, the Sun, and Mars, and Mercury, conjoined to Jupiter. Whoa. You want to talk about, literally, whoa. That is going to be one heck of a, and when I said, do you want to do it on this day? When this, I said, these are the transits. And he said, yum. And I said, well, is that a yes? And he said, yum is always a yes, Chanda. I was like, okay. I was just making sure. So yeah, that'll be our next big live stream event, will be the 3rd. So please mark your calendars and come and join us. Okay, let's go ahead and get on out of here and let's go look at this chart. Let's look at this chart. Let's do a little clearing. Yes, indeed they are. Yes, indeed they are. And they have been. They just have been. And I will say there are those, though, that are having a really good time of it. I've heard for some people that are just like, I'm doing great. Things are working out good for me. And I'm like, wonderful. That's why I always say, you know, not every single transit is going to hit every single person. And that's why we call it a general forecast. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look. Please tell me I've got that pulled up. No, I don't. Hold on. Okay. Oh, here we go. While I've got this, I wonder if I can just drop this in here. Let's see if it works. Oh, no, it's trying to drop in all of them. I don't want to drop in all of them. Okay, hold on. I was going to show you guys Sedna since before my brain starts going a different direction. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Coming back to you. Hang on. All right. So here we are with the goddess Sedna. And there's lots of different views of her, you know, but most generally she is an indigenous and she is a siren, a mermaid. But she didn't start out like that, right? I mean, like what I love is that she rose above it. And see here how they have her depicted with the sun around her eyes. And see her fingers burst the seals and the whales. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful story of a triumph of being able to overcome even the worst, harshest of climates, as well as, you know, situations. I mean, my God, look at this one. I mean, look at this. So I didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess I did. But there's a YouTube channel that's playing a little bit of her and her story. Sedna, the goddess of the sea and marine animals. Inuit mythology explained. So you know what I'll do is I'll save this here and I will probably post this. I wonder if I bet you know what I can do is I can put it in the chat right now. And you guys can have a copy of this and go check it out later. Sound good? Okay, let's stop that. And let me go back here. And let me go here. There was a reason that started to play. So I know for a fact that we're supposed to be... okay, so let's get out of this and go back to where we were. This is what I loved. This was also another good, it's like long ago, Sedna was a girl who refused every suitor, content with her parents' home. At last, a stranger came promising food, furs, and comfort. She agreed and was taken far from her people. Only then did he really reveal himself as no man at all, but a petrel spirit in disguise. Trapped in misery, Sedna was discovered by her father, who took her in his kayak to return home. The bird spirit saw them flee and summoned a storm so fierce that the sea itself seemed to rise in rage. Waves towered, ice shattered. In terror, Sedna's father chose betrayal over loyalty. That's the key right there. He chose betrayal over loyalty. He hurled her into the sea. She clung to the kayak, but he hacked her fingers until she let go. Down she went into the abyss. Yet she did not die. From her severed fingers came the creatures of the ocean. From her descent, she became more than human, half woman, half fish, dwelling in a place of whalebone at the bottom of the sea. All sea life belongs to her, and all hunters must reckon with her moods. Shamans tell how when game is scarce, they must journey down to her realm, comb her tangled hair, and soothe her rage. Only then will she release her animals to feed their people. She is called by many names of the Arctic, and I'm not even going to try to go through with all of those names, but you see what I'm saying. Who did not want a husband. The one who did not want a husband. Whatever the name, the essence is the same. Betrayed daughter, dismembered bride, goddess of life and death, ruler of the underworld beneath the sea. I can so relate to Sedna. Not because my fingers have been crossed or chopped off. I mean, but I can totally relate. Can you not? Can you not relate to that? It's so moving. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I thought it was kind of important that we check that out. Yeah. There you go. Kat's got it. She's on top of it. Cosmic Combo, January 3rd with David Hauser. We're doing that, I believe, at 1 o'clock Central my time. But there'll be an event link coming for that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and... Okay, I'm going to take this off. I wish this would work a little easier for me. All right. And then we're going to go here. And then here. And then take that down. And then pull up the chart. And here's the chart. And I'm going to go... Come on back. And I want to put... that. Okay. And then I want to put... All right, here we go. The Sagittarius new moon is happening this Friday, December the 19th, 7:43 p.m. Central. Look up your own times. You will notice on this chart, I do not have any house placement at all. I have removed the houses because then that way, because really, honestly, the house is the how, but that house would only be for my area, the people that are here with me. And so I thought, I'm just going to let go of the houses because I get sometimes people asking, it gets confusing because astrology, unless you're an astrologer, is confusing. It's a completely different language. It's a science. It's not about any kind of belief system. It's based on the science and the history of the cycles. We read into the now based on the cycles of the past. And each astrologer is going to intuit this a little bit different. Someone being like me that's extremely psychic all of my life, a seer and visionary, I see things a little bit differently. And I honor all types of astrology. I don't think one is better than the other. I study them all. But I'm not... evolutionary soul astrology is what I'm most interested in, although I'm also Hellenistic astrologer, which in Babylonian ancients, knowing about how the ancients saw it, before we had Pluto, before we had the planet Uranus, and how they saw the planets then. So with this Sag new moon, it's going to get, it's very interesting to me because this season, all of these moons are landing at these 28 degrees. Okay, so this is like the third one in a row, like with 28 degrees. And so it's at the end of the zodiac sign. So all the new moons that are having a signature of Sagittarius is the energy we're bringing forward into Capricorn season. And then at the end of Capricorn season, we'll have another new moon in Capricorn, but we're bringing that energy forward into Aquarius season, and so on and so on and so on. And that's just how the cycles are rolling right now. And even next year, Next year, same thing. We have all of these new moons hitting at the end degrees. This is why I know everyone's really super hyped and excited about the fact that we have a 2025 year and we're going into a 2026, which is a 9 going into a 1. But understand this, if there's nothing else that you understand more, be aware that there's still a lot of this 2025 shit gonna come forward with us into 2026 because these cycles are not fully complete. You want to feel like you're completely ascended and embodied and all of this stuff. Okay, more power to you. But the reality is we still have some closure that's going to be happening with many people because there's always the stragglers. You know what I'm saying? So I would not expect that everything just switch and change. Now, we got really big paradigm shift happening. A paradigm shift of an entire multi-generational shift isn't going to just happen overnight, right? It takes time. It takes time. It takes time to just continuously to be diligent and move forward with an open heart and be in your spirit as much as you can. You know, and that's tough. There's a lot of grieving. There's a lot of mourning. There's a lot of loss that many people are dealing with right now. So love and compassion, stepping forward with love and compassion, but also being real and direct. It's very important right now. But real and Sagittarius, they're going to step up and they're going to tell you exactly what they think. They're going to tell you exactly how they feel about things. And they may even boast about things. They may even, expand upon things. You know, I always say the Sagittarius energy ruled by Jupiter is the great expander. It's always expanding and magnifying whatever it comes in contact with. All right, so let's just break down this chart. This is going to be really kind of challenging for me to do because I have this weird mic in my face, but that's okay. We can do it. We put our big girl panties on, Robin. Robin, one of my moderators, I'm all, I can't get the microphones to work. I can't get the fucking da-da-da. I was having a mental breakdown, like literally about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And she's like, it'll be all right. Put your big girl panties on. I was like, that is the best fucking Scorpio sister advice I could expect. Thank you. Okay, let's do it. All right, let's go over here like I like to do, and let's check out exactly what's going on. All right, so we have got some fast-moving energy. We have the sun moving fast. Mercury's flying fast. By the way, Mercury just came out of shadow just a couple days ago. So no more Mercury shadow. You are free to roam about the cabin. Yay. Venus, fast, hauling ass through Sag. By the way, these are all in Sag. Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, all in Sag. Mars just recently moved into Capricorn, and holy God, thank you. Thank you for Mars in Capricorn. Mars loves to be in Capricorn. So we're going to really be climbing the mountain to get things done. You feel like you need to come to closure with some things. You need to get some things accomplished. You need to be disciplined. I would not be just vacationing over this holiday, quite honestly. The astrology says it's time to work. It's time to move. It's time to do. Even though you take that time for stillness. You take that time for quiet. But especially anyone who has Aries placements, Scorpio placements, or Capricorn or Cancer placements. You're the ones that's going to be pushed the most. You're going to have people coming at you. You're going to have events coming at you. You're going to have things. You're going to have a lot of different things coming. And Mars is giving you the momentum and the drive and the discipline and the structure to continue to move forward. Really good placement with Mars being in Capricorn. And Mars, by the way, just so you know, is out of bounds and he's in the underworld. Him and Venus both are in the underworld. Or actually, Venus is headed that way. Which basically means that the planet is so close to the sun that it's getting burned out in its ecliptical, in its heliocentric, which is very different from the astrology. The heliocentric is the actual what's going on with the stars, the constellations and everything. Astrology is the science of how we look from Earth up and how these energies may or may not affect and interact with us. It's a little bit different, right? But we don't live on the sun. We don't live on the sun. If we lived on the sun, we would do heliocentric astrology, but we don't. We live on Earth, so we do tropical Western astrology. Makes more sense. And I've watched the others, and the other is more like an introspective type thing. Not that heliocentric is bad. It's just, it's more introspective. It gives me a layer of the subconscious of the collective consciousness. And I pull that up from time to time. It's interesting if I'm called, you know, if I get the tones or I'm feeling called and they tell me it's time to look at that, I do. I always do. Okay, Jupiter in Cancer, retrograde. You know, this is also why we're having all these big emotions, all this emotional event. How many? Raise your hand in the chat. Let me know if you've had some emotional breakdowns, if you've had some aggressive or some anger or some crying or some fits that you just can't, it's like, you know, or you just cry for absolutely no reason. You're just like, why am I crying? So Jupiter in Cancer retrograde and we're going to be speaking a lot. So start learning. Okay, here's another thing that I wrote down. I'm just going from my memory. I have all kinds of notes. Here's another thing that I wrote down, which is Cancer and Capricorn axis is where we're moving into. So it'd be a good idea for you to take a look at those house placements so you can see what's going to be happening there, because all these planets are starting to come into Capricorn now. They're all in Sag and they're headed into Capricorn. All right. So anyway, Saturn finally is up to speed. So if you've been feeling like there's this internal urge of, I want to get down to it. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to be disciplined. I want to create. I want to make this. I want to make that happen. I'm going to, solidify this plan, or, whatever that is. Saturn is the taskmaster. If you've been feeling like you don't have enough time, remember you're a time bender. Okay. You're a time bender. And this is how you reprogram your cells, because your cells are listening, right? So just say, I am a time bender. I can accomplish all that is needed. Like, tell your cells, tell your body, you're a time bender. That was another one that came in this week for somebody. I don't remember who I was telling that to. Anyway, Uranus is still retrograde in Taurus at 28 degrees. And Neptune, slowing, but starting to kind of pick up some speed after just recently going direct. And Pluto is hauling ass fast, just moved into 2 degrees of Aquarius, which is nice because he was kind of stuck there for a while at 1 degree. And we're like, come on, dude, can you move it along? I was like, can you move it along? Because you're squaring my 1 degree Mars in Scorpio exactly. And I've had enough. And yeah, so he's off. Yay. Chiron. There's a lot of Chiron energy this week. So there's a lot of wounding. You're going to feel like Sedna, who's gotten her fingers chopped off. So you're going to have to, from the rejection, from the abandonment, from the shock and awe of life, you're going to have to remember that something is being birthed from it, and you birth your own whales, your own dolphins, your own sea lions, you see. Randa kasheto mai naka inda shite mokai. Ishete monaka inda kashete. Rimbakai shite mona hinakina shadosh. It's okay. It'll be all right. There's somebody that's really hurting right now with it. Okay. Juno. What is June? Juno, the June bride. That's how you can remember. Juno is all about your commitments to your relationships. Juno's kind of a big player right now, and she's hauling ass through Sag too. Black Moon Lilith just entered Sagittarius at 1 degrees. Okay. Just entered. Finally out of Scorpio. Yes. You Sages, be ready to be the big bag bitch of your life. And however you direct that, she'll bring up fears to show you your strength. Okay? And then we have, of course, Eris. These are all retro. Okay. So, and the North Node and South Node are always retro. Just FYI. Okay. So anyway, I just kind of wanted you to kind of see a flow here. We are starting to pick up a momentum. When you see planets starting to move forward and things starting to move, you start to feel like you want to move. It's just an energetic signature. All right. Now, this new moon is also, let's go ahead back to the regular chart. Let's go here. All right. So I want you to look at this as a grouping here. So you have Venus, Juno, the galactic center, the moon, the sun, all hanging out together in Sagittarius. Mercury, not far behind, but not conjoined to this moon cluster in the galactic center. You know, and there's a lot of sometimes hoo-ha about the galactic center. They say that that's where we were birthed from. This is where we came from. But no one truly knows. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's interesting that this moon is at 28 degrees of Sagittarius, right on top of the galactic center at 27 degrees. Within 1 degree, always on fixed stars or like galactic center placements. For me, it has to be within 2 degrees, or I will not count it as a conjoined when we're talking about fixed stars or such as like the galactic center. Okay, so this is definitely conjoined to that. And this is about looking into your past and saying, what are my past philosophies that are outdated? You know, what did you always feel like, yeah, this is the tried and true way. This is what I feel and I believe. You know, Sagittarius rules your belief system. So you may have been coming up and been like, you know, I really don't know if to believe that shit no more. I don't really feel like resonant with that anymore. I don't really feel like that's the way that I want to flow with things anymore. Now you're feeling these beliefs, these old beliefs, and they can be even really attached to the ancestors. And why do I say that? Because Jupiter is the ruler. Okay. All right. Sorry, there is a lot of action going over here on my night side. By the way, if you're new, this is my night side. This is my light side. This is my no side, shadow side. This is my yes side, light side. And so Jupiter is in Cancer. Cancer is our home, our hearth, our family, our securities. It is about the divine feminine, the mother, right? And Jupiter being in Cancer, being the ruler of Sagittarius, the ruler over this new moon cluster right here, is speaking directly in an awkward situation. Okay, this green line that you see right here, not the one I drew, but this one right here. Look at this. Boom. Right there. You know what that is? That's a finger of God. Okay, so this aspect right here is a finger of God aspect. Faded. It's like God saying, I want you to look right here and tell me, what are you believing? Do you really feel that this is true? TikTok, all of the, if you'll double tap the screen for me, I'd really appreciate it. All of the astrology, the chart, everything, the cards is on Chanda Sparkles YouTube. Chanda Sparkles Astrology YouTube, if you'd like to come over and see the annotation or just hang out and listen. I'm happy that you're here. Okay, so the philosophies. So this Sagittarius new moon / solstice, this sacred pause, you know, that came forward and I was just like, fuck, man, this is like pausing. And that's such an oxymoron for the Sagittarius energy because Sagittarius don't like to pause. They would prefer to go. They are a fire sign. They're mutable fire. So they can go this way or that way. But they want to be out. They are the adventurers of the zodiac. Like every single sign has a thing, and their thing is adventure, belief, truth, and philosophy, and higher mind and higher education. So these are where you want to play, because every full moon is a energy signature, like a stamp on the timeline. You have galactic help coming in. If you are someone who believes in the galactics, like I do, that help is coming. 3i Atlas is going to be closest to Earth the same day, tomorrow, December the 19th, Friday, for this new moon. Now, a lot of people have said it's a ship, it's a portal, it's a this, it's a that. It's a rock flying through the space, people. Calm down. Like seriously, it's just a big ass rock. Now, the significance of the symbology of it is pretty incredible. It's currently in Leo. What is Leo? Our heart, our courage. It's also a fire sign. And what is fire? Fire is spirit, right? Fire is the spirit that runs through you and I. That spark of love that you have, the twinkle in your eye that you have for a child that you haven't seen in years and all of a sudden shows up at your door. Or, you know, that sparkle that is in your heart whenever you see something sweet happen with your family, you know, or your loved ones, you know, surprise you and you had no idea it was coming. It's that kind of love is there for the taking. So tune in. And please share with me in the comments and let me know, what is it that you think 3i Atlas is? Because I have been tapping into it since last July, August, when it started coming in, and I've been tracking it astrologically where it's at. And you know, it just kind of cruised across, and it got the closest planet it got closest to was Mars, which I'm very Martian, and it happened right around my birthday, not too far from my birthday. So I was all excited about it. But as it's gone, and it's the more I tap in, and because I always tap in with these planets, I tap in and I'm like, okay, what's going on with you? How are you going to affect humanity? What do you want me to tell the collective? Because I take this job very seriously. I know that I am speaking some serious truth. And I have a big chunk of Sagittarius in my first house. And I have fucking Mercury in Sagittarius and Neptune in the first house of Sagittarius. So I want you to understand that this kind of an energy can be savored. Don't rush it. Be in silence. Pause. Honor it. You know, honor yourself. This is the other thing, okay? So with Mars over here in Capricorn, he's leading the pack of all of these planets. See, Venus is heading in. She's not far. She's going to come up, and there's going to be a divine sacred union dance with these two. And then they're all going to come together, and then they all have to get their marching orders from Pluto in Aquarius. And that is going to be in February, March. Very interesting how all of these planets are heading this way. In relationships, what about relationships? See, Juno here is about how you relate and your commitment to relationships. Some of these commitments to these relationships are going to be severed. And the reason being is because we see these big red square lines here to Saturn and Neptune in Pisces. Neptune at 29 degrees, Saturn at 25 degrees, both moving forward, both heading into Aries on the world point at the exact same time. Hey, everybody on TikTok, please double tap the screen. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If you're here, double tap. Thanks. So yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting, but there's a lot of endings that come with this kind of a chart. There just are. You can also see here Chiron. Okay. Chiron has just recently gone direct too, and he's there with Eris, squaring over to the ruler of this new moon. The wounds of the past of our childhood that are attached to our family members, our parents, and it could even be attached to ancestral, is a big thing. And are you feeling secure? Do you have security within yourself? You know, and are you doing okay? All right, I'm just checking on the chat there. It's all good. Just want to make sure. Let me double check, just because I get going and sometimes I don't want to have an issue. I'm just making sure there's nothing on the. Oh, I got to do this first. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, very good. Oh, yeah, they're already working it out. Okay, good. I'm just making sure you guys are good over here. All right. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. So, Uranus, the planet of shock and awe, right here. You know, Uranus retrograde is coming to a close in January, I believe it is. Is it January or February? I'd have to look it up on the calendar, but it's coming to a close. The February, it's going to stop. And then in the middle of the year next year, Uranus is going to leave and go into Gemini for 7 years. And that's a huge closing point. So I want you to think back in 2018 when Uranus first entered into Taurus. Think from 2018 to the middle of this year. That's a huge cycle. What happened in 2018 that you know is coming to an end now? You know, and it would have had to have done with maybe your physical health, your senses. It could have had to do with like what you do for work, how you make your money, what you value, other people valuing, or maybe you're feeling devalued. You know, this is another form of that. And it can be very aggressive, very, very aggressive. So it's important that we realize, let's see here, let me do this right here. So I wanted to also, why am I not? See, there's Sedna. She's sitting there at 1 degree of Gemini, waiting on Uranus. What is Uranus? Uranus is electric. It's lightning coming in and crashing. Sudden epiphanies. It is alien technology. It's advanced technologies. It is off-planet energy. It shakes you up. It's the rebel. It's the revolutionary. It's maverick. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't putting up with that shit. I got to do it different. And they never go the normal route. You come to my house, because I have my 4th house of home and family is half Aquarius and half Pisces. You come here to Sparkles Serenity by the Bay, you will see there is nothing really, I mean, it's all very wild and eclectic and different. Like, that's just ingrained in me, you know, and I just buy what I love and see what I love and throw it all together, you know, like an artist would, you know, but most people would think this is a little fucking out there. It's a little fucking extreme. You know what I'm saying? But not in Aquarius. Because Aquariuses get that shit. They understand how it is. And Sedna waiting on Uranus. This is why I wanted to bring her up, because she's just sitting there and she's a slow mover. So it'll be very interesting when these planets start intertwining. I feel like we're going to have some kind of something coming up from the seas, some kind of something. They already had, they thought, underwater archaeologists, just recently I posted about it because my mentor, Rev Shar, posted about it, and I shared her post today about how they're finding, they thought they were just looking for like some old sunken ships or whatever. They went down there and they found like, I think they said like 7,000 buildings underneath the sea. Deep on the seabed. I mean, like, that is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about here. That's fated. That's paradigm changing. Okay, so let's what else is paradigm changing? Whenever Uranus stepped into Gemini, boom, we had AI. They finally released it to us. Now, where's AI? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. That is paradigm. That's an example a paradigm changing. We have a lot more of that on the way. Paradigm changing, where something is changed forever, never to return, never to be the way that it once was. And that's exciting if you want to get excited about it, but it's also very scary. A lot of people are very scared and fearful, and that's understandable because change is difficult. But you came here for this, and you were built for this. Your heart knows the way. It's like the sea. We keep coming back to the sea for some reason. And I know this is fire energy, but with so much Capricorn and, Jupiter being Capricorn over here, it's so important that we realize Jupiter is expanding from within. He's within right now. They often say Jupiter's like Santa Claus. He'll bring you a gift when he comes to your sun sign or your rising sign, which sometimes does happen. But really, all he does is magnify. And he does bring abundance, but it could be an abundance of heavy shit if it's hitting you in a different way. So you have to realize it's just about the expansion. It's about the magnification from within. Within. How do you believe? What do you believe? What are your philosophies? What is your truth that's true for you and nobody else? And don't be trying to convince other people of your truth, because it's not necessary anymore. That's old paradigm bullshit. We don't need to do that no more. Okay? All right, I'm going to hit these little notes. Oh, we're going to use, hold on. I know what we're doing. Cappy solstice. There it is. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Real quick. So here is the chart for the Capricorn solstice. And I call it the Capricorn solstice because sometimes if I say winter solstice, I don't want to offend those that are down under. And I love you guys. So just know it's the Cappy solstice. All right. Let's get this here. Okay, so the Capricorn solstice is going to happen December the 21st on Sunday at 9:04 a.m. So when you wake up Sunday morning, and those of you down under, it'll be your Monday morning, or it might even be Monday afternoon for y'all. It'll be Monday night for y'all, I believe. Anyway, when you wake up on Sunday the 21st for us in the Northern Hemisphere, it will be stillness, a quietness. It's kind of like whenever you're out on the sea and there's no one around. There's no seagulls. There's nothing. It's just you, just drifting and floating on the water, and maybe the water's a little cold, or maybe it's hot, depending upon where you're at. But I would encourage you to bring Sedna forward for winter solstice morning and remember the sacrifices that you're making in order, that you find forgiveness for yourself and for the others, because everybody else is a mirror to exactly what's going on within, right? But I wanted to bring this forward because I feel it's a very sacred moment. This is the last winter solstice that we're going to have with with Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, and Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, right here speaking in harmony. Okay? So it's a beautiful thing. It really, truly is. And it's it's not far from the galactic center, so it's coded. There's a lot of code, I believe, that's coming in, and I believe there'll be a lot of insights for a lot of us who are quiet and sit in your mysticism, sit in your psychic home. Find the smile in your heart Sunday morning. Don't make plans to do a lot of shit. Don't, if you can. I understand if you got to go to work or whatever, but find time to be still for sacred pause on Sunday. Okay. All right. And I just wanted to show you, there's a lot going on with this chart, but I'm not going to break this one down. We've got to get moving. But I just wanted to show you that, you know, there's a lot. This is where it's at right here. This is where the sun enters Capricorn and immediately is going to conjoin Mars. This is why I've been like, y'all, look, I know you think it's holiday time and Christmas and everything else because that's what you've been programmed to think. But if I was you, and it's going to be me, I mean, I'm taking my sacred pause times. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to get out and do some energy work. And I am going to have my winter solstice gathering. But you notice I'm having it the weekend after. And it fell that way purposely because of a couple of my earth activators could not make it for this weekend. And I thought, you know what? It's kind of better anyway because the energy's better next weekend than it is this weekend. So just know that this is a big move. I mean, like all of this, and Black Moon Lilith is coming up on everything. So you Sagittarians, just know all of this you're still contending with. Black Moon Lilith, Mercury, Venus, Juno. So you still got quite a bit of action. So that everybody else, what's happening in the Sagittarius house? Go look at your house placement. The house is the how it will show up in your life. Capricorn house is another one you want to pay attention to. Your Gemini house and your Cancer house. But really the Cancer and the Capricorn axis. Let's definitely pay attention to that. Okay. Thank you very much. Beautiful astrology. That's funny. Okay. Julie said, my ship is coming in. Heck yeah. Woohoo, Julie. I love it. You're welcome. Thank you, Ms. Anna. So good to see you here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there you go. Kat, put it up there for you. She'll put it up there. You definitely want to go to astrograph.com. It's important that you know your birth time. Most of the time, your birth time is going to be listed on your birth certificate. So go and check that out and try to find it because it's a lot easier, but we can work through it and try to figure it out. I have certain questions that I'll ask you and I kind of figure out where you're at on average. Most of the time, I'm pretty good at it. Okay. I want to go over these notes and this calendar real quick just to make sure I haven't missed anything because I know I had a lot of downloads this week that I've been writing down. I do have the inside degrees that I created, but I think I'm going to share that out on anytime that I'm sharing on Facebook. I'll also share on YouTube and I'll also share on TikTok. All of my information is always out there if you ever want to just kind of come check it out. Normally, I try to do an update at least every day or every other day on what's happening astrologically with the energies so that you stay informed, so that you know, like I'm gonna be real straight with you. I'm gonna be like, hey, these are gonna be some challenging energies. You might not want to plan to, go skydiving this weekend on the holiday, or you might want to just kind of chill out and not be around big crowds right now, or this is a great time for going out with romance, or whatever the message may be. So always check that out. Remember, if you can come over to the Chanda Sparkles Astrology YouTube, always hit the like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. If you haven't hit the bell, you guys that are already subscribed, go ahead and do that now so that you know whenever I go live, because I'm telling you, I'm going to start popping up with videos that are not lives. And so anytime new content is uploaded, you'll see it. Anytime I go live just on a whim, because I've kind of been having these visions of me just getting up in the morning early and like bed hair and a cup of tea, and we have some tea time, some tea time or something like that in the mornings, or maybe every once in a great while I'll have a coffee, but most of the time I like my tea. So just saying, if you have hit that notification bell, good for you, because in that way you'll get that notification, hey, she's live, and you can come and join me for tea. All right, so I put, these are 3 weeks of serious significance. Call on your goddess deities. And that's based on having Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer priestess speaks to the soul. Somebody write it out, please. Cancer priestess speaks to the soul. Feminine ancestors. Who are your feminine ancestors? You know, who is that grandma or auntie or sister or mother or daughter or grandchild that's your ancestor? Don't you often see your ancestors in the little ones? And if you're not paying attention, it's time to. Ask for help. This is not a time to go solo. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of tingles. A lot of tingles on this one too. Ask for help. This is, okay, so Capricorn, because we're kind of moving into Capricorn season here, right? So Capricorn is kind of like, shut up, head down, get it done kind of energy. And I'm guilty of this because I'm a North Node Capricorn. I'm destined to become more Capricornian. And a lot of the time we won't ask for help and just go, just get it done. And that's my attitude. I'm not joking. This is how I am. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it myself because I can get it done. I just got to do it. I'll give you an example. I'm having to deal with my son's insurance shit again. And it's every year. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like every year we have to go through all this hoo-ha bullshit to get insurance. This is why I don't even have medical insurance for myself, because I don't want to fuck with it. It's easier for me to just do my own thing because I'm a pretty healthy person anyway. But like, seriously, it's like, it's a big ordeal. I've been dealing with this dude for 4 days now. And finally we're going to meet tomorrow because he finally let me know today that he's going on vacation all next week. I'm like, well, what the hell? I got to have all this done by the beginning of the year. He's not going to have insurance. It's so crazy. It's just like, I don't understand why we have to continuously make things harder on people. You know, like it seems like people purposely fucking make it harder. It's like, why? Why? This is the rewiring and the reprogramming that we need to do as powerful, conscious creators and be able to change and see the world that's easier and has more flow and abundance for everywhere. This is such bullshit that we have so many fucking multi-billionaires and you have fucking people poor and homeless on the street. It makes no sense. There's no balance. And I'm a big advocate for utopian society because I truly believe and see that it is there for all of us. And I believe it's coming. I believe it's coming. I know it's there already because all time is right now. All time is happening right now. Every single thing that's ever said, spoken, thought, done is all right now. So we figure out the alchemy in how we can we can like rewire the program because you're the one that's projecting your reality through your eyes. This is consciousness at play. All right. Jupiter opposite Pluto is going to be mid-July. And then mid-August is a total eclipse. That's the big one to look for next year. If I hadn't spoken to you that. So this is what I wrote down. 2026, we are reinventing the masculine. And 2026 is metamorphosis in motion. 2026 is metamorphosis in motion. You can write that one out too. Saturn being this big player, he can be a creative killer. As Neptune stations, the veil lifts. So that happened last week. But that I put, our communications are off and Saturn can be a creative killer. See, the thing is we have all of these squares happening. Like it's constant squares. It's like a square from the sun and Saturn. You know, last Tuesday, just 2 days ago. And then we have the Sun and Neptune squaring. And squares are tension. Squares create movement, though. You know, it tells you about what the potentials are. Venus is trying to Chiron today and Eris. And, you know, we're asking, what are the potentials here? You know, we're really feeling that Venus-Saturn square. It's like Saturn is structure. And in Pisces, Saturn is spirit in structure. And it's religion. And it's your faith and your mysticism. You know, Venus is love, beauty, and what you really value. Venus is more like how you magnify, you know, how you attract. Oh, she's really magnetic. That's Venus. And when it's in a square, it's like, she can't so much do that. She's looking for truth and justice. But she can't quite get it because she's not really happy in Sagittarius. And she's squaring Saturn. And Saturn, Granddaddy Saturn, is like, you know, he's not in his strongest position either. So that runs off on us. But illusions, patience on trying to get what we want right now. There's so many illusions. There's so many things that is such bullshit. I cannot tell you. People, y'all are sending me stuff in Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, that's bullshit. That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. I got a video of a TikTok guy just today from a dear brother, and I said, nope, incorrect, sir. And I know it because I study the space weather, and I keep that space weather app on with notifications if anything goes off. And they were saying there was an X9 flare. There was no fucking X9 flare yesterday. It was complete false. There's going to be a lot of trickster energy with people lying. There's a lot of lying going on right now in the energy. So just stay in patience. You may not be getting exactly what you want right now. That's normal. The light becomes reborn on Sunday, but be cautious with, I literally wrote it, caution overdoing it. This is pressure energy. On the 22nd, which is next Monday, I want you to flow. The ending is very relevant. Very relevant endings coming next Monday. So if you have an ending that happens next Monday, it's meant to be. It's completely and totally divinely orchestrated. On Tuesday, your relationships could feel a little awkward this week too. You know, I'm doing this week starting on, of course, today, and then I go through the week to next week. So today until Christmas Day. But on the 24th, when finally Venus enters into Capricorn, money, money, money. You want to buy some crypto? It's time to do it. You want to invest in something? It's time to do it. You know, you want to receive extra funds? It's time to do it. But the only way that happens is if you are being disciplined. Saturn gives rewards. Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn. The sun is moving into Capricorn. Venus is moving into Capricorn. So will all of the other planets that were in that big parade moving into Capricorn. Capricorn wants it done right. Once you burn in the midnight oil. You see, for whatever it is that you do. You can put it to what, I don't care if you're a drum maker, like the Walking Crow, or if you're a burger flipper down at the local home style burger joint. It doesn't matter. Do it with discipline. Do it with integrity. And you'll be good. You'll get the rewards. That's a really good day though. Saturn, so at 12:31 a.m. on the 24th, 12:31 a.m. Remember, that's a.m. So it's like late at night. We have Venus in square to Neptune. And there could be some money illusions. Just be really careful with everything right now, and total discernment with everything you see. Because there's so much fucking illusion energy in this whole rest of this year. Especially right now with all these squares to Neptune. And Neptune's at 29 degrees. That's the strongest degree in the zodiac. It's the very last degree of the zodiac. On the 25th, I wrote, love and tenderness, a gift of the dream. But caution with your ego. Love and tenderness, a gift of the dream. But I must say, there's some pretty positive fucking energy on Christmas Day. I mean, for real. We've got the moon is going to be in loving and dreamy and visionary Pisces in a beautiful sextile over to the sun and to Mars. So just careful that your ego doesn't get out of control. And if you're doing family stuff or whatever that is, just know it's a sweet, tender moment and just be soft. There's a softening that's coming after all of these hard moments that we've been going through. There really is. And then heading into the rest of the year, I'm not going to be here, but I'm just going to say this. It's time to reinvent your divine masculine self. How you do masculinity within yourself, ladies and gentlemen, must change. It's not a time to, this is about the ungrounded. I said it last week. It's about the ungrounded divine masculine. The quiet moments hold inspiration. Those quiet moments are going to hold so much inspiration for you. Emotional attachments and unhealthy emotional insecurities. Which ones are you releasing? Cannot be emotionally attached. Let me just tell you, we are detaching. You might as well put detach as a word that I'm going to be using for a while. Definitely until spring. Maybe further. But detach is a big thing. We have to detach. Remember, okay? I'm going to just code it in. Detach. If it doesn't feel aligned in your faith and in your spirit, detach. Don't procrastinate. Head down and get it done. Get the grind is what I said. We're feeling the weight of a cumulative ending. Like there's many endings coming. Okay? So we're feeling the weight of all of those different cycles coming together. Cumulative ending. I can't ever say that word. Beliefs and higher vision. We must release the old, dated philosophies. And I think the biggest thing here is the quiet moments hold your inspiration and a sacred pause for sacred silence is needed. There we go. All right, let's do the cards. Yay, we got through that. Metamorphosis in motion. Yeah, that's 2025. I love that. 2026, excuse me. I love that came through. I guess it was over the weekend, last weekend, I think it was. Anyway. All right. Looks like if you don't know your birth time. Okay, we're still there. Okay. I'm hoping that I didn't miss anybody. Did we ever see Nigel? Did he ever show up? No? Okay. That's all right. Julie says she was born under a new moon. Cool. So do you have a lot of new beginnings that seem to happen in your life? A lot of metamorphosis in emotion? Detach. And remember, when you're doing your thing, in life, ask yourself, is this a detached moment? Is this a moment that I detach? Yeah. Okay. So let's do the cards. And we're going to start with, looks like, the air signs. Thank you, Kat, for letting me know on Facebook. Or no, YouTube. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm sad that it didn't go through on one of my Facebook pages. I don't understand why, but it's okay. We'll share it out with them later. Okay. Let me get a little drink because I haven't, and let's do some clearing. And Let's have a look and see. Let's see the cards. What kind of cards are we using? All right, here we go. I pulled out the Everyday Enchantment Tarot just because that always speaks to me for earth sign energy. It just does. I just, for some reason, I love the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, and it always speaks to me for earth sign energy. So we'll be playing with that, and we'll also play with the Wheel of the Year Tarot. I always pull out the Wheel of the Year Tarot when we're turning the wheel. So there you go. Wheel of the Year Tarot. Let me get a little bit of organization going over here, because I'm going to tell you what. I have to have it. And then we have the I love these hologram cards. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. And then we bring in the magical unicorns. This was a birthday present that one of my dear moderators sent me for my birthday. I just love those. I cannot wait to use them. It'll be the first time we've used them on this channel. Remember, if you're on TikTok, please come over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. You will see everything that's happening on the board in a split screen. And then that way you can see the cards all laid out and everything. Past life oracle cards. Yes, we're going to find out what is the message of your past life. And then the Animal Totem Tarot, because it's Sagittarius new moon. And we got to keep with the beasts, because we're in the beasts. We have the Centaur, Sagittarius, and then now we're moving into Capricorn, the goat. Okay, we're doing good here. We're staying organized. Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Okay. All is well. All is well. We're going to start with the air signs, and we're going to start with the Wheel of the Year deck. I'm going to make sure you've got plenty of light, and that I can guarantee you this thing will not last right here. I know my sound is good, though. And how are the bowls singing? Let's do that. Let me take these rings off. Let's go ahead and do a little clearing. Tonight, I do have the Andorra. Different beautiful Andoras, because all of my Andorra collection, I just had to pull that out. I was called very specifically. Where's my thingy? There it is. Okay. Those bowls are so powerful tonight. There is so much love oozing from these bowls tonight. They always are, but I can especially feel it. You know, the dark moon is like a void, a space that's deep within us, a softening in the darkness, a blossoming. The seed goes deep into the darkness in order to blossom. And this is now our time to start prepping and planting our seeds. In Shotake Monai, in Nukai Shite Mone. Yeah. Here we go. You know, and I'm sorry, I've got to get this. I gotta get these rings off. I can't with the rings. tonight. In fact, yeah, that'll be okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, Aries. No. We're on air signs, not Aries, right? Okay, gotcha. Oh, let me move that up. And let me zoom in so you guys can see the cards nice and close. And then we'll scoot it over a little bit. Oh man, what happened? There we go. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this kind of shit. It's just like, it really irks me when it's not all exactly where I want it. Okay, there we go. OCD. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. All of these cards have been smudged, cleared, and toned. I've done some frequency toning on these cards. That one wants to come. And boy, hello. We are popping the full card, major life event, major arcana, the full card right there for you. Right there from the very beginning for you air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Cannot even believe. I mean, like, I was just saying Aries. And this is an Aries card. Taking the leap. Diving way out. December. New starts. Taking a chance, walking in faith, knowing that you're having fun while you're doing it. It's pure potential, pure instinct. Followed by the Empress, 2 majors on the board so far. What the hell is going on? You air signs. Oh God, is this going to be that crazy? It's going to be that crazy reading, right? It's way too bright. I'm going to turn this down. I don't know why it's so bright. I don't know what's going on here, but we're going to turn that down so you can see it a little bit closer. I think maybe it's this. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust the light a little so it's not so obtrusive. No. There we go. Just like that. Okay. That's a little bit better. You can see them. It's not so bright. The Empress. The Empress is in your challenge position. Okay. The Empress is Taurus energy. It's about birthing. It's about being and feeling good in your body. Voluptuous completions. Interesting. Very interesting. You got the first major and you got the third major. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Remember, these can be flipped. So if you're watching for a lover, a friend that happens to be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you're like, hey man, this sounds like me, it could be you. All right, 7 of Swords. Fuck me running. You got the fuckery card. 7 of Swords right here. This is fuckery right here. This is fuckery. This is lying, stealing, cheating. This is no good. This is not good right here. This is deception. Oh, I don't get lots of tingles going in my shadow side here, my night side here. Followed by the Queen of Pentacles. So someone from outside of you is well off. Someone's got money. Someone feels good about themselves. Someone has plenty enough to give. Okay. But I get a greediness. I get a greediness like she doesn't want to share or he doesn't want to share. Don't get caught up on the gender. 10 of Wands. It doesn't matter. You're coming to completion. You are coming to completion. And the Queen of Wands. On the bottom, the Knight of Swords. So this is fast information coming in. Like you're going to find out something. So there was a chance that was taken, and it had to do with something to do with your stability, I feel like. And it had to do with how you make your money, or how your partner makes your money. This has to do with, there is a partnership here, I believe. So whoever this partner is of yours, it could be a work partner, love partner, friend partner, it could be your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody in partnership with you. You got to take that chance, or you took the chance and now you're getting burned. And you're just starting to find out about this, or you will. And it is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay, sun, moon, and rising. And this person is really greedy, and they're not wanting to give it up. And you've worked really hard to get where you're at, and you're going to rise above it. But there's some information, some message. There's going to be an email, a text, a communication of some sort coming in about the deception. Because this Queen of Wands is sitting right here underneath the deception card. Okay. And this is the completion that you're looking for. This is spirited. This may even get aggressive. You know, this is speaking your truth and not going to be putting up with no shit with nobody. Yeah. Hi, TikTok. Please double tap this screen. Thank you. But I love the Ten of Wands sitting here underneath this Empress card. Okay, I love the Ten of Wands under the Empress card. The reason why is because this tells me you've been working really hard. You've had a lot of passion. This is like every kind of project that you've ever done. This is like everything you put your heart and soul into. This is your work. This is what you've been building. But it's all about your passions and your creativity, the creation that comes from you. This is like let's just say the last 7 years since Uranus entered into Taurus. Okay. And about to enter into Gemini. And once Uranus enters into Gemini, every single one of you air signs are going to get lit. Because you're going to catch that harmonious trine that will be going to the air signs. So there's a long completion. And it has to do with the 7. And there is deception. There's some kind of lies. I feel like somebody is cheating on somebody. I really do. I feel like somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody is not being forthcoming. Someone's not saying what they need to say. They may even just be lying by omission. You're going to figure it out though, because your senses are heightened. Your actual challenge in this situation, what you must do is you must use your senses. Use your senses. Figure it out. You're intuitive, but I do feel like this is some hard communications that are coming, but I think you're going to be okay. I feel good in the end. See here on the bottom, you have the Knight of Swords, and that is fast communications. This is fast stuff happening quick. Underneath that, yeah. Why is the communication coming? Because somebody did somebody dirty. See, this is like when somebody comes in and speaks some hard truths, or said some horrible things, and they really don't care. They really don't care. They have to walk away. They have to say what they got to say, and they got to walk away. That's already happened in the past. And now, the resolution, the information that you needed to clarify what you already know, what you already sense. All right, now let's also find out about what do the unicorns have to say? What do the magical unicorns have to say to the lovely air signs? What do the magical unicorns have to say? Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it. What do the lovely unicorns have to say? I just love these cards. Thank you, Amy, for buying them for me. Ooh, this one's stuck. Okay, I'm not doing that. Hold on. We ain't doing that. I shuffled these like 10 times. They needed air. They needed air for the air signs. That's it. Law of Grace, number 41, which is a 5. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. So this right here tells me that whatever is being dissolved, if there is fuckery, detach. Dissolve in grace. You know, you can break up with someone, or break off a job, or break off a relationship, or even detach from a family member with grace. That's the messages from your unicorns. Now, we're going to find out what the past life message is for you air signs for this Sagittarius new moon. What is the past life messages? Osheta mokaina. Una she mokahai. Inai she unakahai ain. Randakashito nakai. Shinokai minakahi. Inakona shinakuna mahai. Inu shete mokahanahe. Na shete mo takahe. No shete moi. No shete moi. Biblical past life. Were you Jesus? Air sign, were you Jesus in a past life? Yeah, baby. Come on now. You know how many people in the mental wards come forward and say that they're Jesus? I heard that there's like 2 or 3 people in every mental ward that says that they're Jesus. You know how many times he's probably already come back? Those poor Christians. All right, biblical. So this one I'm pulling the book just because I know there's a message there that y'all need to hear. So biblical. When you read about Jesus, Moses, or other biblical figures, you know that there's more to the story because you were there. You were there with Jesus. Either you were a follower of Jesus or Moses, or you lived in the Holy Land. You may have also had lives alongside other famous biblical figures. As a result, traditional religious interpretations of the Bible stories don't really ring true for you. You know in your heart and soul what really happened. As such, you tend to follow your own religious or spiritual path. It's quick, it's not long. If you witness the crucifixion, you may have emotional scarring stemmed from the heartbreak and the horror that followed your beloved teacher's death. These reactions may have caused you to shut down your spiritual sight, clairvoyance, and other gifts. To reconnect with your God-given abilities, pray for help from the biblical figures to whom you feel most connected. I'm gonna change that, okay? So because I'm hearing my guidance saying, let's not pray for help, okay? Pray is a word that can be a predator, and words have power. Your cells, your reality that you are programming as you go in each now moment is listening. So how about we say, reconnect with your God-given abilities and command assistance from those biblical figures to whom you feel most connected. You command and demand it in because you are creator. There is no other. It's you. You'll learn that they have forgiven all transgressions and have moved on with their spiritual lives, and they'll help you to do the same. That's very interesting, you air signs. We're back in the biblical days. That's very interesting. All right, let's also pull the runes. Which magical runes? The god and goddess Freya. Calling on the god and goddess Freya. God Odin and Freya. Ishete Nukai and Nai Shishai. All right. So you've got radio, meaning chariot, travel, or journey, which is very much a Sagittarius rune. There you go. Can you see it? There we go. And you also got Ingus, meaning seed, new phase, beginnings, creations, and planted. And we were just speaking to the planting of seeds of the astrology. You know, this is like your seed getting planted. I do feel like with this message, it's asking you that you may have to move. You may have to leave. If this is not a good situation for you and you need to back out of this with grace, call in on Yeshua. Call in on, you know, your spiritual guides, and trust your own inner guidance. And whoever is not assisting you and it's kind of like being tight with their money, fuck them. Seriously. Because that's just shit. You know, every bit, I can't handle people that are like that. If you got it and somebody needs it, you need to give it. Yeah, baby. You got Aries and the moon and is it the 6th house or the 9th house? The 6th house. Okay, so watch your temper, Aries. Aries energy can get very upset very quick. It's fiery. It's pure instinct. It's the most purest divine fire of the zodiac, okay? And we're about to have a shit ton of energy going in next year to Aries, okay? So as you're going through this process and maybe you're detaching, maybe you're releasing with grace some kind of a situation, just know that this could get very fired up. This could get very emotional. And in your 6th house, that's talking about your actual physical health and wellness. So you getting all upset, fighting, yelling, all the expressions is causing harm to the physicality. It's calling dis-ease into the body. Dis-ease is caused from an emotion. The moon is the emotion. And the moon also rules your day-to-day reality. So like how we process and what we think and how we say and blah, 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 all the shit, it all starts with an emotion. Every dis-ease in the body starts with an emotion. It's an energy signature. So chill out. Don't get biblical. Okay, I'm not saying that. Okay, my guide said, just tell them, get biblical on their asses. Tell them you're going biblical. I'm sitting here trying to tell you to, no, stay within the laws of grace. You know, be divine in your essence. Dissolve it all in grace and love, please. Because Aries can take it really extreme. Be careful. You don't want to fuck up your own health. Your energy is way more worth than their bullshit. Okay? All right, that's it for the air signs. I love you so very much. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Please come back and comment on the replay for me. It always assists the algorithm queens and kings of YouTube. And TikTokers, thank you for being here. We are on to the next sign. It is the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces coming right up as soon as I clear off the board. Don't get too biblical on these people. I mean, just be careful. You don't want to mess up your own. You don't want to mess up your own energy because of somebody else's bullshit. And I really feel a negative energy from that earth sign. Whoever that earth sign was, You know, I keep $20 in my visor at all times. Because if my higher guidance comes through and says, these people need that, they need it, I give it. It's that simple. All right, I need a little drink. All right, we're going to use the holographic cards for the water signs. I'm going to do just a little bit of clearing with my inner child healer here. So I use copper in pretty much everything. And they're telling me right now, you need a copper bracelet. You need a copper, you can even get them like a bracelet anklet, but copper. The copper was calling somebody, like, these are my selenite. I have multiples of these, and I use them when I'm doing ritual or if I'm creating crafts. And like, if I'm putting like something in the pyramid, like I have the four-sided Russian pyramid, so that I can charge and clear the item, because from client to client to client, from ritual to ritual to ritual, day to day to day, you want to clear like all these bowls, all these stones, all this shit, even these runes, everything into the, they go in there, into the pyramid so that they can clear. And I set these straight down in there. And those are pure copper tips that I have put on there, because copper is a conductor. It's a clearer. It does such beautiful, wonderful things for the physicality and the energetic structure of your biofield, because there is a real energy structure. And sometimes I see the actual like grid net, you can actually see glimpses of it. I used to see it really strong when I was a kid. When I was younger, I saw it like crazy. All the time. I saw all kinds of stuff when I was real, real young. But now I see it here and there, but it's not as much. But I just get the messages and the tones. And these are really good. And these are cheap. Selenite is cheap. You can get you a couple selenite ones, and you get you some copper. You want to get the most high grade, quality copper tape and just put it on there. This will ground you. If you cannot go outside, because it's too cold, because you're in the snow, this will work. You can get one of these, just ground. Clear your energy field, clear it, brush it away, and you just feel the lightning. The lightening. Onakai, shite monakai. Onakai, shit. Okay, so somebody has a black friend or ancestor that's been knocking. You've been getting knocks on your doors, or knocks on the walls, or knocks, mysterious knocks. Whoever's getting the knock. Ooh, look at that. That just fell. And it came out upside down. So that is the devil card. Major life event, major arcana, the devil. Major arcana, the devil card. Okay. And I'm going to take it because it fell as I was knocking. And I'm getting this message. And I'm getting all this energy on my shadow side, my night side energy. Okay. So the devil. First of all, it's not biblical. Okay. But this is the end of some serious torment that you've been going through, water signs. This has been long fucking coming. This is also cutting through any toxic shit. So like, do you have any drug addictions, alcoholism, food, sex addicts, whatever addictions, shopping addictions. But I feel that this is like somebody's been dealing with some really hard stuff for a long time. And we're on the water signs. Thank you. I heard you. I heard you, Kat. She doesn't have the thing up. Let me put, oh, psych. No, excuse me. Psych. But that's a message. Somebody may have an earth moon or something. Hit the wrong one. Okay, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, water signs, sun, moon, and rising. They're really coming for you quick, too. The Emperor. Oh, I'm holding these upside down. Okay, I'm not taking that one upside down. I'm keeping the devil upside down because it's exactly how it fell. But the rest of them, I'm not going to hold upside down. Okay, the Emperor. That is Aries energy. And that's your challenge position. Sometimes you just got to take charge and battle. Then you're followed by the 5 of Wands. For you on TikTok, your challenge is to stand your ground. Know that you are in control of your empire. No more pussyfooting with the shit. Let it go. You know, you gotta, sometimes you just gotta let it go. You gotta let the wrath out. Get biblical. You know what I'm saying? Because it's followed by the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is all about fighting, competition, jealousy, you know. So there may be somebody that there's some kind of big, long, torturous, tormented type of addiction cycle that's coming to an end. And I feel like you're kind of like on the outside and you're like looking at this going, I don't know if I have it in me to go any further. You know, and the challenge is you must, you know, it's like Aries energy is the I am that I am. That is cardinal fire. That is the initiator of fire. And followed by that Five of Wands. Let's see what else we got here. Boy, these are popping. Okay, I'm taking them as they fell. Coming in from outside of you, you've got an amazing card. You got the Ten of Cups followed by the Ace of Cups. Remembering there is only 4 aces in the deck. And that is a new start in love. Cups is all about your emotions, your intuitions, your guidance. And I'm getting lots of tingles on the light side now. So it's almost like after a very long, difficult situation that you've been going through, you finally took charge. You finally stood up, stood your ground, and now coming in from outside of you is a happy home. You know, it's a happy life. It's a happy family. This card here represents having everything that you could possibly ever want. Love, family, home, money, relationships, feeling fulfilled. Your cups are full. You know, coming to a completion was something that was really difficult and really challenging. But that energy is not going to be made by you. It is coming from outside of you. Something like maybe there's someone else that's coming in to assist with this. Maybe there's some other kind of way that this completion is happening because it's right below the Devil card. Followed by the Ace of Cups. And that's the offering. You know, there's going to be an offering of love here for you, water signs. And then you're going to leave. You're going to leave those troubled waters behind. Because look right here. You know, the Six of Swords is a mental card. It's about mental anguish. It could be mental torture. You know, it could be all of the thoughts that are going in my head. But as you can see, you are now leaving the situation and you're going to calmer waters. Calmer waters. See, the waters are rough over here, but over here they're calmer. And you're taking your family with you. Taking your family, your friends, your work situation, whatever it is for you specifically. On the bottom is the Queen of Pentacles. That's twice she's come out tonight. The Queen of Pentacles is here saying, it's Capricorn season, bitches. Get ready. You have got to own your shift. Holy cow. So many tingles all over the face right now on that. You have got to own your shift. Own it. Write it. Write it. Write it. Own your shift. I own my shift. Please double tap this screen if you're watching on TikTok. I really appreciate it. This is not a time for you to be weak. Water signs. The emotion is felt deeply. This is deep-seated darkness shit that you've had to go through for a long time. Long time, I feel. But there's beauty and joy coming. And there's bliss and fulfillment coming. But it will never happen until you sit up, take charge, and fight for what it is that you want. On the bottom of the deck, that Queen of Pentacles is saying, you're going to have it all. And look at there. There's a King of Cups that follows. There's a King of Cups right there behind it. Look, the King of Cups and the Queen of Coin. So there may be a new relationship of some sort coming in. And it could be another water sign or an earth sign. All right. Let's find out some more information. Lots of tingles going on tonight. Lots of tingles on my face. Okay, so let's find out from the unicorns what the unicorns have to say for you. Water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. calling upon the unicorn's energy, the loving. And how amazing is it that we're going into the year of the fire horse, blazing in with glory, you know? And that's going to happen come February. February is a very big month. January is not a month to pussyfoot around, though. It's really not. Stand your power. You can't make it up. I almost knocked over the mic. Holy shit. Stand your power. Stand in your power. Be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. And she's holding a selenite wand, it looks like. Holy cow. Ooh, I got chills all over. So there you go. Stand in your power. Stand in your power. I don't do co-host, hon. I'm doing a show on multiple places, so I don't do that. But thank you. Stand your power. Be passionate. Stand in your own power. There you go. Now, let's also find out about your past life, because the past life often will give you some insight into the current situation. Water signs, standing in your power, fighting for what you believe in, cutting out the toxicity, the bullshit. What are we going to do here? Let's see. What do the past life souls have to say? What is a past life incarnation? That's it. Lessons and blessings. So you got lessons and blessings. That's an interesting one. Lessons and blessings. Well, there's always a lesson in every blessing. There's always a lesson in every blessing. Do I sound like my West Texas grandma? There's always a lesson in every blessing. Lessons and blessings. Let's see what it says. You drew this card as a sign that the situation you're currently experiencing is a result of prior lifetimes. Take a look at other cards that you drew along with this one to get a sense of where or when that life occurred. This card means that you learned important lessons, which are bringing blessings to your present life. Congratulations, you've mastered how to turn painful events and memories into growth experiences. You can apply the same strength to every area of your life. I just feel like truly, like you have dealt with this, whoever this person is that's dealing, it could be you, the one that's dealing with the addictions and the toxicity that you have to purge, or it could be somebody else. It could be switched because the energies kind of work that way. But I feel like you're clearing so many karmic lines of ancestral trauma. It's not just one past life. It's like you stepped up and you said, I'll take it all. I'll take it all. Or this individual that you're dealing with stepped up and said, I will take it all for all of my ancestors, and I will go and I will live a tormented life for them. Yeah. All right, let's call on the god Odin and the goddess Freya and call in the lovely runes. The runes. Ishite makai andai. Rambakashai. Rambashite. Rambai shitai. There we go. Okay, we have Burkano, meaning birch, nurturing, caring, empathy, mother, growing, growth, birth, fertility. And we have this one. Laguz, meaning the water, flow, ebb and flow, and your dreams and your vision. Your dreams and your vision is going to bring in a new birth, okay? Your dreams and your vision is going to bring in a new birth. And really, truly believe that. These lessons are blessings indeed. And we will roll the astrological dice for you. What are the in closing for the water signs? Sun, moon, and rising. So we have Leo, and Jupiter. Woo-wee! And the 6th house again. See, this is the other thing. There's a lot of energy in the astrology that's talking to your health and your wellness and how you feel secure in your physicality. Do you feel secure in your physicality? You know, this is saying Leo is like, stand up. I'm the star. Look at me. I'm like, you know, I'm not necessarily saying you are a big star, although you may be, but it's like being the star of your life. It's having that confidence to step up for yourself and fight for yourself and to stand in your power. Leos don't fuck around. They're going to get right on out there and they're going to do exactly what they need to do, you know? But they're going to do it with a loving heart because Leo does rule the heart. And this is where I'm concerned because Jupiter is the expander. Jupiter expands and magnifies everything it comes in touch with. Although it is a benefactor, like it comes in, it brings gifts, it brings goodness and abundance and flow. But with the 6th house here, it's kind of like a little bit of a warning saying, hey, are you paying attention to your health as you go through this battle? Because something is coming up in your health. And that could expand. That could expand. But it also very well, this is also, thank you, okay. Ooh, okay. It also will, it's kind of like a expansion of your ability to sustain throughout the situation. And they're wanting to say, we give you kudos for that. We give you big, huge kudos for putting up with this shit for as long as you have. We love you and thank you. Inokai anakashite monai ete shite manai ene shite manai. Whatever that battle is, it's been a hard one. It's not been easy. This has not been an easy battle at all. Because I feel all this like sickness and my throat hurts. I just feel like there's something going on here with my chest. So if you have a heart issue or you've got something going on here, please have it checked and start to do tapping. Okay, that's what they're saying. Okay, we're going to tap. Tap, 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 tap. Move the adrenal glands around by tapping. And it's fun. You can do it while you're sitting on the potty in the morning. Just sit there and tap. Tap away. Tap, tap, taparoo. Tap, tap, taparoo. Tap, tap, taparoo. It's easy. And it just moves everything up. Then you just move it up. Move it up. Move it up and out, out, out. Bye-bye. And then envision the energy leaving your body. See it. See, anytime I have anything going on, I start tapping it and moving it out. And I'm going to see it fly out. And I make it like a game. Like I bring in my vision. I can't help it. I've got Neptune in the 1st house. In Sagittarius. So big, huge. You know, like I can put a dream together in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, alchemizing it a lot of the time sometimes can be challenging, can it not, water signs? But yeah, that's what they wanted me to tell you. So I love you. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe. If you have not, remember to hit the notification bell so that you get notified every time that we go live, because coming in 2026, there's going to be a lot of videos that get uploaded without me being live. And there's going to be a lot of times that I'm just going to pop on real quick and you're not even going to know it's coming. So that's where I'm going with this year. All right. Thank you. And who is next? Hey, Amy Ulrich is in the house. Happy holidays. Happy solstice to you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, both. So Amy, just FYI, for some reason, Chanda Sparkles, my main Facebook page, did not come through. So I don't know why. I had it all scheduled out and I clicked it and it just did not happen. So we're just going with it. Yeah. Leo is in you have the moon in Leo, Amy says. Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, you got it right there. That's a very big confirmation for you. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, all right. So let's get to it. Who's next? What are we doing next? Thank you, water signs. Remember, every lesson is a blessing. Okay. That makes me think of my grandma, like for real. Every lesson is a blessing, Chan. Thanks, Grandma. Okay. A little bit of coconut water. The next deck that we will play with is the Animal Tarot Totems. Animal Tarot Totems, and for some reason the Queen of Swords is kind of snuck off over here by herself. I'm not going to keep that one right now because it was kind of just off floating away. And the Selenite from Scotland. My hairdresser, Tim, brought me this beautiful selenite from Scotland. Look at that beauty. Can you just see how it's like gold? It's like the most beautiful gold. Look at that. Can you see the gold in it? So pretty. I'm gonna hold that down for a minute, and we're gonna do a little smudge for you guys. Brand new smudge stick. I got this from the Walking Crow, Anthony. You can find him on Facebook and YouTube. He makes beautiful drums and drum mallets. These are birthed from medicine, animal totems, the earth, fire, air, and water, always sacred. Check him out. I told him, I said, could you just send me like 6 more of these? He said, well, I got to go back to LA because he's in Sedona. I was like, man, these are so good. It's just like, so beautiful. Just sending that smudge and clearing your energy. It's so important to clear your energy field, you know? And we're on fire. Fire signs coming in hot. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Happy solar return to the Sagittarians out there. If it has been your birthday, I commend you. You have made it through yet another trip around the sun. There you go. All right. Oh, I'm getting a lot of tingles and it's starting to itch. Getting itchy. A little itchy. A little uncomfortable. I feel like there's something uncomfortable. Like you've been dealing with, it's not so much anger, but it's like some uncomfortable, some pains. Like you've been feeling some pains in your bodies. And it's just, it's kind of a nuisance pain. It's not like a detrimental pain, but there's like a nuisance there for you. If you are on the TikTok and you want to see all the cards and everything on the split screen, come over to Chanda Sparkles Astrology on YouTube. You can see it all. Otherwise, just hang out. I do show some of the cards as they come. So you're welcome to just hang out here, okay? All right. Excuse me. Somebody's not being able to speak up, and they need to. Queen of Pentacles, first card on the deck. Can you believe it? So every card read that we've done tonight for every element, the Queen of Pentacles has been showing herself proudly. I love this Queen of Pentacles. Look at her. She's just grounded. She's mature. She has everything that she needs. She offers everything that she can give. You know, this is very Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus type of energy, but I often see the Queen of Pentacles as Capricorn. So let's see. You may be dealing with a Capricorn. Fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's go. Let's go. What is it? Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Whoo-wee. Shit. They may be too immature for you, fire signs. This may not be something that you can handle. This just may not be what's perfect for you, is what I'm feeling. It may not be what you want. 9 of Cups. Yeah. I kind of felt that. So the 9 of Cups is all about having plenty enough to give, plenty enough to offer. You know, you're fulfilled within yourself. But then you got this youngin coming around. So there is a young energy here that has a cup of love that is giving you an offer, but they're very immature. Okay, I heard, or they're just young spirited. And it may just not be your cup of tea, you know, because I feel like you've kind of gone past that. And I want you to be careful with being around people who overconsume or overdo it. The overconsumption, the overdoing it, the boasting, I've got it all kind of people, not so much for you, is it? Yeah, the King of Swords. So you got the King of Swords coming in from outside of you. There is an air sign. It could be an Aquarius, Leo, or a Gemini energy. Let's see what else. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, another, you know, this is the thing. The Knight of Wands energy has fallen beneath the Page of Cups here. So this immaturity can also be like someone, like I get the feeling that there's somebody that really lights you up, that really makes you excited, but they're very immature and they're not someone that really can be trusted for the long haul. This is not a long haul trusting type of energy. It's like they come in real quick and then they gone. It's just like the ostrich here is going to bury his head in the sand whenever the shit starts hitting the fan. This is not somebody that's going to be there for you for the long haul. And with the Nine of Cups, I'm sorry, but I look at nines as single people cards, okay? This is not being in a relationship. This is you handling your own emotions. This is emotional maturity. The Queen of Pentacles is this card right here for sure is an emotional, secure, grounded individual that has plenty of money, has plenty enough to give. And I feel like really you're embodying that energy or you're bringing that in. The King of Swords coming in from outside of you, you know, this is harsh words that have to be spoken. This is very direct. This is all mental. Kings are mental. Queens are emotional. Okay. And then you also have the Sword card, which is thinking, talking, communicating, getting messages, receiving messages. And this is also getting very diligently strict. So there may be somebody that's coming and saying, hey, you know, I can't do this. The way you're acting is not acceptable. I cannot take that anymore. You have to stop that shit. You got the eagle eye view. You know what's coming. You've already seen it. You're psychic. You're intuitive. You already know this, right? Okay. So why are we talking about it? I don't know. You got the World card. The last card here. You got the World card. That is victory. That is completion. This is the very last card of the major arcanas in the tarot, okay? So this is closure. Look at that. Complete endings and closure right there. All right? Complete endings and closure. You know, and it's going to sustain. You know, whatever's coming to the close with this. Whatever words be spoken, I feel like you need to just continue to embody this Queen of Pentacles energy. I'm chill. I'm grounded. I'm happy. I'm fat and happy and I'm fine. And I really don't need your immature offers because I feel like these are immature offers that you're getting. Wait for something better. Be the eagle. How does the eagle see? It's way high. Eagle eye view. It can see everything on a very different perspective, right? Yeah. Oh, lots of tingles on that one. Three of Wands is on the bottom. Why? Well, the Seven of Pentacles. So you've waited long enough here. And you know it. You've waited long enough. You are coming forward and your ship is coming in. See here? You're making the decision to move forward with or without whoever this little, I just kind of get annoyed. I'm sorry. I'm just having this like annoyance from this Page of Cups. It's like, you're good on your own right now. Don't take any bullshit illusionist. I even get like smoke and mirrors offer from this Page of Cups. No. Okay. All right. Let's also find out what the unicorns have to say for you beautiful fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, calling upon the unicorns, the magical unicorns. What do the magical unicorns have to say for the fire signs? Your personal unicorn. You got the first card. You got card number 1. Your personal unicorn. Bathe in pure love. Stay open to the unicorn magic. Stay open to the magic that's coming your way. But don't take any offers from immature BS. Like, don't let any of this frivolous stuff take you down. You know what I'm saying? You call in your own personal unicorn. Call in your own personal spirit. And you'll know in your heart that you're fine. Even through the harsh words. Even through having to say the things that you may not want to necessarily have to say in this moment. Okay, let's also find out about your past life. Past life cards for this beautiful, passionate, fiery, pioneering fire signs. Come on, what is the past life? Okay, Aranda shete no maka ina shete monaka hana shete oh no oh shete mo. Yep. Wisdom, male, female, and wisdom. And look, there is another unicorn. So literally you got 2 unicorns from 2 different decks here. That's very interesting. And you got 2 of these. You got the male and the female and wisdom. Okay, so people on the TikTok so that you guys can see. You got the wisdom and the male and the female. We all know about wisdom. The wisdom comes from deep within, you know. But I want to know what this male, female back to back in the past life has to say. That's why they threw down 2 cards. You got a bonus, fire sign. This card signifies that you've lived most of your lives as different genders than the one you embody in this life. For example, you may now be living as a female while in most of your previous lifetimes you were a male. In such cases, gender confusion and even health issues are often related to this change of gender over lifetimes. Because for most of your lifetimes you lived as the other sex, you may not feel comfortable in your own skin. If this is the first lifetime as a woman, you may develop gynecological issues or even experience infertility. If this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to traditional masculine roles. This card asks you to have compassion for yourself and trust that your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that your soul is the result of all your past experiences. And I feel like this is like the first lifetime because you got the number 1 right there too. And that ties into this whole completion, you know, this whole world card completion for sure. And the guidance here is to continue on your path as who you are. And if you got to speak some harsh words or somebody speaking some harsh words to you, don't allow that to affect your health. I still feel like, just like from the last signs, the water signs, that this is like a health thing too. Okay. Let's get the ruins. Actually, I went for the cards, for the dice first for some reason. Okay, let's do the dice first. You got Leo and the moon. And number 8, the 8th house. You have a really big heart, but it's all about the hidden. It's like you want to hide it sometimes. It's like you don't want to let people in. It's like you feel conflicted in the heart space. So we want you to do some heart blow-ups. Okay, so first of all, when you go into meditation or you're just sitting there breathing or however you do it, maybe you're just power walking, maybe you're a fire signs. I like to power walk, and that's how I do my meditation. But however it is that you get there, just find that space of love in your heart. Find the smile in your heart. And then expand your heart with fire. And just see the fire grow and watch it and feel it. And then send it out. Send it out to everybody 360 degrees. So that you don't feel like you have to hide who you really are. You know, you don't have to hide the essence of you. Because I feel like this is like been an emotional attachment that's stringing like many strings of many lifetimes. You know, they all come in threads. This is how I see it anyway. They always come in threads, and then they come all together, and there's a little soul, and it comes into your body. All right? Because you are an accumulation of all those lifetimes, forwards and backwards, and all time is now happening in this moment. So, with that said, the wisdom that you carry is vast. Don't let anybody come in and play small with you. And finally, we will call upon Goddess Freya and the god Odin, the Norse goddess Freya and the goddess Odin. Which ones are we going to get? There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the fire signs. Okay. We have Iwas, meaning horse. You got to be shitting me right now, right? Horse, progression, teamwork, and change. There you go. Iwas, horse. And you just got all of these wonderful unicorn cards. Isn't that interesting, huh? And then you also have, which one is this? Which one is it? Oh, I see. Hagalas, meaning hail, chaos, uncontrolled forces, or natural disasters. Shit. Okay, so, okay. Okay. So the reason you got that is because in the past life, you were killed in a natural disaster. You were trying to save people from a flood, and you were killed in one of your past lives. And you drowned. You drowned with a lot of people. Tap into that. That I feel so many tingles on my light side from this. I mean, big time. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. That's why I had to do the dice. See, I never question. I just allow them to flow through, and they are me, my highest guidance. Okay? I don't let any other entities or any shit like that come in. No more. I used to. I don't anymore. They all integrated, and it's just me. It's me and my team, my highest guidance, and my cards never lie. They always come through for people. Okay. Very good. Thank you. I love you. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Please do the whole thing. Notification bell, because coming in 2026, I'm going to have cosmic convos with people. Our first one is going to be January the 3rd with David Hauser, famous astrologer and author out of California. And I'm going to be doing some just pop-ons. And I'm thinking it's just going to be like Chanda in the Raw in the mornings. I'm just going to show up and we're just going to talk a little astrology, read a collective card read, and move on with their day, have a cup of tea, have a tea talk, something like that. Anyway, that's coming. And it's probably going to be just me, no makeup, sitting in my nightgown or a robe and getting it. See what I'm saying? So it's going to be stuff that's not planned, that's just popping up. That's coming. They've shown me that very clearly. So make sure you've hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I am live. Or if I upload a video, which I may do that as well. Just come on in and upload, you know. All right. I love you. Oh, I love you too. Lynn said, I love you. You made me laugh while I'm crying. Aw, sweetheart. You're so dead on. Thank you. It's not me. It's not me. It's just I just open. I just open. Y'all are the same. We're all the same. We're all intuitive. Thank you so much for double tapping the screen. I love you. Thank you so much on TikTok. All right. We're doing Earth next. Earth is next. Perfect. Thank you, Kat. Lynn says, I believe I was a man in my past life. My clothing choice is masculine. Wow. Wow. Thank you for that confirmation. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. I'm kind of blown away by that. Okay, so wow. That was strong. That was strong. What came through there. I felt that big time. Okay, so what are we doing? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing now. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. Okay, yeah, that's right. Cat's on it. Oh yeah, we're doing Earth signs. Earth signs. We can't forget about the Earth signs. Earth is last but not least. Earth is last but not least. Okay, for Earth signs, let's use the tinctures. All right, take a nice deep cleansing breath with me, please. And breathe in the tones. Oh, nakashete mokai. Why? Haya. Nokoshe nokai mai nai. Nakashete mo nakai. Oh, nashata kamana kana 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 Well, we are on the Earth signs. Earth signs, Taurus, Gemini, and Capricorn. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's go. Let's go. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh boy. Oh boy, you are having, what is it? The enchantment every day. Every day enchantment. This. Okay, they want to shuffle even though they've been shuffled. One more time for the Earth sign. There we go. Earth sign, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Coming out in a couple, few, whatever it is. Knight of Blades. The Knight of Blades is also a card that's come out quite a bit tonight. Yeah. The Two of Blades. And these are a little bit bigger, so I'm going to make this screen a little bit so you can see them all. There you go. Okay. Followed by the Queen of Wands. So there's somebody that's like always talking a lot, like around you, Earth signs, like there's a talker. And it's kind of getting to the point where you're just like, I can't take this no more. I got to back up. This is just like a literal like person you work with, or it's like a neighbor or somebody you're affiliated with or whatever. And they just talk. There's all this chatter energy that we feel. And you're just kind of like, I'm done with this shit. I can't. Your challenge is to say no. I can't listen to this no more. See her? She's like, no, I'm not doing it. She also is not wanting to see. Okay, I'm getting lots of tingles. God, I want to inch my head. I'm getting a lot of tingles on my night side. Okay, so that it's a no answer. Whatever your question is, it's a no answer. There is no way that this is moving forward. And whoever this is that's chatty, there's a chatty person. And that Queen of Wands is here. That's that Aries energy again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign energy right there. You know, grand energy. Look at her. She's orchestrating. Like she's orchestrating her class there. She's teaching her class. She's taking control. People will follow her and listen to her. But I feel like you're going, I can't, man. I'm so tired of this. I just cannot listen to this anymore. Earth signs Earth signs are like, no, I can't do it anymore. It's too much. It's just too much chatter. Maybe this is chatter in your own mind that needs to be quieted. Like, let it chill. It's almost like fireworks going off in your mind. All this stuff that you think about all the time. You take some of that back. All right, let's keep moving. Earth signs, sun, moon, and rising. Earth signs, sun, moon, and rising. Earth signs, sun, moon, and rising. Shit, I'm going to knock that thing over. Ah, you got the devil. You know, we've had the devil come out, what, twice now? 2 or 3 times. You got the devil in your outside position. That's probably that person that won't shut up, that you just don't want to hear no more. And then followed by the 6 of Blades. We had that also come out. Like, there's a lot of people breaking up. There's a lot of people saying no. There's a lot of people that can't deal with this shit, and they got to move on. They can't do it no more. King of Wands. You got the Queen and the King of Wands. There is a couple. Okay, so there's a couple here. Yeah, 9 of Wands on the bottom. 9 of Wands on the bottom. This is a tough battle, but you're going to keep going. That is the Hero card, by the way. Yeah, so here's the devil for the TikTok. Here's the devil coming in from outside of you right there. All right. And the devil is all about addictions, bondage. You know, it can be really crazy sex too. You know, that's what it is. It's coming in from outside of you, Earth signs, tempting you. Do you want a cigarette? Look at the little spirit on his devil head. He's like, oh yeah, man, I've got all this money. I got some booze. I got a killer car. While all these people, and he's going the wrong way down the street. While all these people are like, okay, dude, you're about to hit us and kill us. He doesn't give a shit. Selfish fucking energy. Whoever this is that's just like chatter. It's either you in your own mind or it's somebody outside of you. For some of you, it's going to be different. But it's over. You got to, it's done. Look, see, you got to go away. You got to leave the situation. And this is still that communicative mental air energy. Mental air. It's like all up here going, right? So look at that. I love the fact that the King of Wands came in right beneath the Queen of Wands. All right. So the Queen of Wands is going to take charge, take control, right? But she's all about her emotions and she's driven through her emotions. But the King, he's all about taking control of the mind. And he's like, I'm not fucking around with this no more. I am in control of my mind. And if I want to shut it down and walk away to calmer waters, see, on this one, they're walking on the cracks of the ice here. About to fall. I mean, they're about to fall through because of the devil energy, the energy of bondage, bullshit, you know, temptation coming at ya, earth signs. No. Get off the ice that's breaking. You've already decided this. You already know that this all needs to settle down. And it's in your mind. Yeah, because of the Page of Coins is right there. You know, you started this. You started this, and now you don't want to finish it. And I'm sorry, earth signs, but it's time. It's time for you to have a look and see what's really going on here. Get to the deep. This is the best part of the whole year to do this. For you earth signs especially. Because all that energy is about to move into Capricorn, and all those planets are moving into Capricorn. And that energy is going to harmoniously trine towards you other earth signs. Okay? It's time to get still. It's time to pay homage to the devil within. You don't need it no more. You release with love. You dissolve the cords. Don't cut cords. Dissolve the cord with love. Let's see what the unicorns have to say about this. Okay. What do the unicorns have to say about this? Na 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 na. Cosmic Sapphire, 33 master number. Act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. Well, there's not a whole lot more to say to that because it just fits right in here. You know, all of this shit that's been put on you or that you're doing to yourself, it's time to pull out your honor and your integrity, earth signs. You know, don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people talk shit about, you know, I feel like people are talking shit. I really do. And they need to stop it, you know, because it's none of their business. It's none of their business what you do. You're a hero. You're at the end of this long journey with all of us. We're all on this long journey together. So, yeah. And I feel like that needs to be grounded. Okay. And in fact, I don't even really want to look at him. I'm going to turn him upside down. Oh, nakashita mo nakai. Stop it. Oh, shita mo ka nakai. Shita mo kai. Lots of little pokies. They're like poking. You guys back up. Oh, shita mo ka nakai. Shita mo ka nakai. Back up. Back up. Shita mo ka. Back up. All your little energies. It's like your little poltergeist or signs that you created. Monk or a nun. You were a monk or a nun in a past life. It's very interesting. Okay, let's see what it says. You drew this card as a result of your past lifetimes as a monk, nun, or someone similar. This means that you lived a life filled with isolation, rules, and spiritual devotion. In your lifetime now, you may notice your tendency to isolate yourself from others. In fact, you likely feel most comfortable when you're all by yourself. Other people may even refer to you as a monk. If this pattern is interfering with your relationships, you might consider having sessions with a qualified past life regressionist. If you want to come, well, we can dive into this. I love doing shit like this. In addition, you may have taken vows as a monk or a nun that may have interfering with your relationships, career, more, blah, blah, blah. Unless these vows are severed, they carry forward through time. Those vows that you took in that past lifetime are still with you now, is what they're saying. Other past life vows could be connected to chastity, which can impact your present romantic life, or self-denial, which causes you to feel undeserving or fearful of abundance. Often it's enough simply to consciously bring the memories of these vows to surface in order to release them and dissolve them with love, I will add. Then it's just a matter of clearly severing them in all directions in time. You can do so by simply saying the following. Here it goes. Somebody write it down, please. I hereby sever and release any vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for all involved. I'm going to say it again. And I always say everything 3 times. So I'm saying this 3 times for you, earth signs. I hereby sever and release any vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for all involved. One last time, and you really got to mean it in your gut. When I say gut, I mean like right here in your solar plexus. Okay? You got to feel it like you fucking mean it, right? Because you command and demand. We don't pray and go, please, will you bring me this? No, command and demand it. You're the creator. Okay. I hereby sever and release any vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for everyone involved. Okay? There you go. And we will also pull some runs for you, calling on the goddess Freya and the god Odin. This thing is all jazz. All right. Noka shitemo nakahai ina rambashaka rambakahai unnakai shinanai unnaki nakai nashi nakai rambashate lakai, like a cosmic portal. Okay, you got Ika, meaning the ice, delays, a standstill, a stop, or inaction. Ika. There you go, Ika. You also got Inguez. Interesting, you got 2 runes that start with an I. I'll note that as well. Meaning this is the seed. This is a new phase. These are the beginnings and the creations. Okay? The beginnings and the creations. It's time for planting. So, cut back on your past lives. Like, just cut back. You know, do the severing. Release all of that with love. You know, let it go. You don't need it in this lifetime. A lot of time, if I feel like something's creeping in from another life, or another ancestor, or I'm handling it, I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need this. This is not for me. Let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. All right. And finally, we will also roll the dice. But I do believe from here, there's some kind of delay. There's something that you haven't done that's blocking you from getting where you want to go. For sure. All right. And finally, I will roll the astrological dice for you, earth signs. If you are here on TikTok, please double tap the screen. I really appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we have got, okay, that's Mercury, because you got Libra, and you got Mercury, and there's that 6th house again. I think we've had that 3 times tonight. Health and wellness, your day-to-day reality. What the fuck are you doing in your day-to-day reality that's saying, I'm staying balanced. I'm staying poised. I'm saying I'm just. I am just. You know, Libra is a justice. I'm feeling a judge, like, you know, like being fair, being balanced, knowing that at any moment your newest relationship comes in and it all evens out. But this is something you have to speak into existence. Quiet the chatter. and speak it to your ancestors. Bringing in the ancestors is such a perfect, beautiful weekend to do this. Like just really just bring in your ancestors, earth signs. Just bring it in. This winter solstice energy is good for 2 days on each side. When you have a major Sabbath, it's like 2 days prior, winter solstice, 2 days after. Okay, so you have that big chunk of time, 5 days, to work within the energy. Okay? It's not going to be easy for you to carry on with this, is what they're saying to me. Like, I feel like this, whatever this shit is that you have, earth sign, it's not going to get any easier for you to carry on with this. So you have to look at the situation for what it is. And it's okay. It's kind of like, taking things head on and being able to truly embellish in what it is that you're truly meant to be doing, right? Yeah. Okay. Woo! Thank you, earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I love you. Please on YouTube, hit the bell for notifications, because coming in 2026, I'm going to be doing some just pop-ups, just like, wow, hi, here I am, probably with no makeup and a cup of tea in the morning. Just when I feel called. Very natural, very short, maybe 30 minutes at most. Quick astrology, quick cards, out the door kind of thing. So that's coming. And I'm not telling people, I'm not creating events for it. I'm just going to fucking do it. So hit the notification bell. Okay, earth signs? All right, I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, all right. Yes, Cap, got it on the screen. That's hilarious, Lynn. She says, I ain't getting none now. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious that you text him all of that. Oh my gosh, that's great. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Lynn. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and, is this the end? I think this is the end. Yeah, okay. We did all the signs tonight. I love you all so very much. I won't be back here unless I pop up on surprise, which I may very well do that. But there won't be another scheduled live until January the 3rd. And that will be a cosmic convo between myself and David Hauser, famous author. And he's coming in to just chat. We're going to just chat about the year and just catch up because we love each other. Okay, so I love you all. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to everybody on TikTok. I'm going to say bye here on TikTok. I love you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the gifts. Y'all rock. All right. See you soon. If I can get this to close, it'd be great. Okay, there we go. Bye. Okay. Everybody here, please, please, please come back and still comment on this video. Do it right now, right when I close it. Just come back and comment. Really helps me a lot. All right. Love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. And we will talk very soon. Whew. And happy winter solstice. It is a sacred time of pause for the sacred stillness. Feel the darkness deep within the earth as it shifts, and welcome it and slow down a little bit if you can. Okay. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God spark. You are the creator. It's just you.